Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question of what is Tales of Arise? So this video is aimed at people who know nothing about Tales of Arise and just generally of Tales of series. So I wanted to give a little basic introduction and explain why I'm very interested and waiting for this game. So this game was announced in E3 2019, is developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, and I will link to this reveal trailer in the description, as I always do, as well as I want to give you context, really. So Tales of is basically, it's like Final Fantasy in a way, that each entry in the series stands independently, they stand alone, but they focus around central themes. So what we know so far about Tales of Arise is that it follows the journey of two people from opposing worlds. You have Dana and Rena. So essentially, you have the planet. Essentially, this is what we know so far, which they're on. And then you have the other, let's call it the moon, but that's where the dead live. So it's about the linking between the two. We really don't know more than that. But as we can see on the screen, I had to guess, the lady is from the living world, and the guy with the eye patch is from the dead world, basically from the floating moon. Now, Tales of has been going for a really, really long time. It's been going since 1995, I believe. So looking through the list, in 1995 there was Tales of Fantasia. Then 97 there was Tales of Destiny. 2000 there was Tales of Eternia. 2002 Tales of Destiny 2. Tales of Symphonia was in 2003. Tales of Rebirth was in 2004, along with Legendia. And then, sorry, that was in 2005. And then Tales of the Abyss was in 2005. 2006 was Tales of the Tempest. 2007 was Tales of Innocence. 2008 Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Hearts. 2009 Tales of Graces. 2011 Tales of Exilia. 2012 Tales of Exilia 2. 2015 was Tales of Zestiria. 2016 was Tales of Berseria. Now, I personally started with the series with Tales of Zestiria, and I've played and finished Zestiria both and Berseria. I really, really enjoyed them, and in fact, with Berseria, they actually had like a side anime of the game, revolving around the main character, Velvet Crow, and I really, really enjoyed it. I watched the anime as well. So, and since then, in between Berseria and Arise, which is coming out this year, there's also been a remaster and remake of Tales of Vesperia. So it's a really, really great series. Now, this game, Tales of Arise, represents a graphical and gameplay upgrade, a massive upgrade. So when you look at, for example, Zestiria and Berseria, even the two most recent games, and you compare them to how this game looks, like this game is a huge escalation. It's almost like a OMG. So I remember when I saw this at E3 2019, and when they said Tales, I was like, really, this is Tales? Because it's one of the first things said in the trailer is a tale of, and I was like, well, there you go, Tales of. Oh my god. So the games have a long twist and turn. There's a lot of replayability in them. My guess is for Tales of Arise, it's not going to be any different. And also as well, we're going to have a beautiful world to explore. I mean, Bandai are very, very good at making JRPGs. You know, they have a whole plethora of JRPGs which have been successful. In fact, one of the other games that they're working on at the moment is actually an MMO. So I'm waiting to see what Bandai do with it. It's called Blue Protocol. It's only in beta and so on in Japan at the moment, but I hope it comes to the West because it looks really great. I think an anime and an MMO is just what we need. And this game is set to be released on, let's take a look, on PC, on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, given that we have the next generation coming out very, very soon, as in PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, then I'm going to assume that they're going to be ported for those consoles as well. Because I believe at this point both have stated backwards compatibility. Like, we already know that with Xbox, because the Xboxes have always been backwards compatible. But I've read a rumor, who knows, we'll see if it's true, that PlayStation 5 will be backwards compatible with all four consoles before it. But it's just a rumor. Like, don't take my word for it. We'll see when there's like an official announcement. Now, this game is produced by Yusuke Tomizawa, and it's made in the Unreal 4 engine. So what I'm going to do is, for you guys, I'm going to link in the description the link to the Tales of Arise Wikipedia page and a general Tales of Arise, like for the whole series Wikipedia page, and I'm going to link to this trailer. I would say now, because we don't know when this is coming out, I would say a great place to start, go back to the previous games. Like, if you're interested in JRPGs like this, go back to Tales of Berseria, because I absolutely loved it. It was so good. And I'll even, if I can, I'll try and link to my playthroughs of the game as well. So, yeah. Now, the thing is with Tales of games, they are usually very story heavy. This is my warning to you. So, in, for example, Tales of Berseria, there was something called skits. And the skits are basically dialogue between the characters. But sometimes those skits, you sort of like are walking along, and then you have like 20 minutes worth of skits. You can skip them, of course you can, but if you're not into the extreme story gameplay elements, then and you want more just action, then you're going to be hitting skip quite a lot. But when I play these sort of story-based games, I tend to really sort of absorb as much as I can, because I only go through these JRPGs, I only tend to go through them one time, and I want to make sure that I get the absolute maximum enjoyment from it. I absorb the story as much as I humanly can. I push the game to its absolute limit, and then I finish it off, because I don't really have much time to replay games, even if games offer a lot of replayability. Because there's so many great games coming out all the time, I usually just go for one and done approach. So, like, at the moment, I'm publishing my Ys 8 playthrough, and I spent maybe 50 plus hours in that game, and so there's still many parts coming, like until episode, I believe, 52 before it finishes. But I wanted to share the adventure with you guys anyway, just because the adventures that JRPGs can give you can be so great. You know, it's like you're almost like living in another world for a short amount of time. You sort of see these magical things happening, these fantastical fantasy worlds that you never would experience in real life. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to drag this video on. That's Tales of Arise. I'm very excited for it. It's coming out later this year. I'll be sure to give coverage for the game as more and more information comes out, and so on. Okay. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.